Trump breaking news. Jimmy Fallon sad Putin news for Trump after ex-president Bonkers threat. Russian President Vladimir Putin would not shower Donald Trump with roses and candies for suggesting that he would urge Russia to attack NATO countries if they did not pay up. According to Jimmy Fallon, host of The Tonight Show on Monday, such is the case. See the video down below. Putin was like, "Hey, I thought we weren't doing Valentine's gifts this year." The late-night comedian snapped, adopting a Russian accent. "Excuse me, oh, please, come on, dude." Some say Trump is being too cozy with a dangerous opponent because of his flattering comments about the Russian strongman and his alleged lack of concern over Russia's invasion of Ukraine. His remarks at a lecture over the weekend, however, went far beyond. He recounted an alleged discussion he had with NATO allies regarding the repercussions of non-payment. "Well, sir, if we don't pay and Russia attacks us, will you protect us?" One president of a major country asked. Then I asked, "You didn't pay, you're a miscreant, huh?" He responded, "Yes, let's assume that occurred. No, I would be the last to defend you." According to Trump, the devil they desire is to do as they like, the price is on you. He further emphasized the need of paying bills. Republican officials shrugged and showed no reaction to Trump's outlandish claim. According to the New York Times, meanwhile, early Tuesday, the Senate defied Trump and passed a bill granting help to Ukraine. But the House is now raising doubts about whether or not the bill will pass. After months of political haggling, the U.S. Senate finally passed a $95 billion, £75.2 billion aid package for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. Republicans were fractured and had previously voted against the measure. Even though Democrats were in favor of approving it, KYV received $60 billion. Israel receives $14 billion for its war against Hamas, and humanitarian relief in war zones, including Gaza, receives $10 billion. It is unclear what will happen to the bill if it reaches the House, despite objections from Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson and former President Donald Trump. The package, which includes over $4 billion in funding for Indo-Pacific allies, passed the Senate. To adopt the measure, lawmakers voted 70 to 29. Including Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. 20 Republicans ultimately voted in favor of the measure. Joining the majority of Democrats, history settles every account. Mr. McConnell stated in a statement following the vote, "History will show that the Senate did not flinch when it came to the importance of American leadership and power." The president of Ukraine expressed his gratitude to senators for adopting the measure. Keeping the U.S. aid flowing to Ukraine is crucial in the fight against Russian terror. According to a tweet by Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky on X, previously Twitter, "This signifies that life will go on in our cities and that we will prevail over war." Several Republicans had spoken out against the legislation throughout the all-night Senate debate, which led up to the vote. Under the leadership of Kentucky Senator Rand Paul and a group of conservative Republicans, the bill's consideration dragged on for days. As he started filibustering the bill on Monday, he remarked, "Shouldn't we try to fix our own country first?" on the floor. Concerned about lending support to Israel's assault of Gaza, a number of leftist politicians, notably Vermont Independent Bernie Sanders and Oregon Democrat Jeff Merkley, voted against the measure. Last week, Republicans in the Senate rejected a $118 billion relief proposal, which is essentially a watered-down version of that. At the outset, Republicans had insisted that stricter border security be a condition of any foreign assistance. The Republican Party was already divided on the plan before Donald Trump spoke out against it. Some legislators have voiced their desire to reinstate border security elements in the present bill. The new bill would not pass the Republican-controlled House without such provisions. According to Mr. Johnson's remarks on Monday night, Republicans in the House have been quite clear from the start that any so-called supplemental legislation for national security must acknowledge that our own border is the first line of defense. He stated, according to Mr. Johnson, in order to prioritize provisions for border security, Congress should have gone back to the drawing board when crafting the legislation. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, a Democrat, praised the bill's passage on Tuesday. "Tell Putin he will rue the day he questioned America's determination," was what he called the Senate's message to Putin. A major donor to Ukraine is the United States. Months ago, the president requested that Congress approve a measure including funding for international assistance. The United States Congress may